It seems everyone is talking about who is getting a gold right now. But you don't need to win an Olympic event to get yourself a gold. You can sign up for one with American Express. And American Express made some changes to their iconic gold card that has some people, well, in their feelings. Hi everyone, my name's Ryan, and thanks for joining me as part of the Travel Points family, where we focus on how to use credit cards to subsidize family vacations. Taking our loved ones on vacation is pricey, so let's bring those costs down and take our families farther for less. Can the gold card still take you farther for less? Well, it's always been able to. Amex didn't make any significant changes to the earning structure of the card. It is still the gold standard for restaurants and grocery stores, categories where it can earn 4x. There's a cap now on that dining spend, but $50,000 is so far in the distance for me, it might as well not be there. In 2023, we spent $8,700 on dining. So far this year, we spent $7,300. We wouldn't touch that 50 grand limit. Groceries has a cap as well, but it isn't new. If I didn't shop at Costco, I might hit the $25,000 limit, and it's one of the perks of being a family of 5. And last year, I could have earned nearly 100,000 membership reward points. This year, I'm on track to spend and earn about the same on dining and groceries. 100,000 MR points a year will take you farther for less. And if that's something you like, consider subscribing to the channel. Let's go on this journey together. If earning a ton of MR points was all there was to the American Express Gold Card, everyone would love it. But not everyone does. So why not? The annual fee and the credits. American Express has a playbook. Charge higher annual fees and offset those fees with possible credits. And that's not just the Gold Card. It's actually most Amex cards. The Platinum Card is known as the Metal Coupon Book because of all the credits it comes with. So here's a life lesson. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Amex has shown us who they are, and they are higher annual fees and credits. We might get distracted by new colors. Hey, they're fun. There's even a rivalry among the different colors. Are you Team Classic Gold? Are you Team Rose Gold? Well, now you got a third choice. How are you feeling about the new white gold variant? The color debate is fun, but it's fluff. There's more to the changes to the Gold Card than a fancy new color. There's a new, higher annual fee, and there are more credits to go with it. Hey, we know who Amex is. The annual fee was $250. Now it is $325. So it's definitely more expensive than most credit cards. It's not the top, but $325 ain't cheap. That annual fee is paired with new statement credits. Some stay the same, some change a little, and some are brand new. Staying the same is the Uber credit. $10 a month, use it or lose it, $120 in total. This can be used for Uber or Uber Eats. The $120 dining credit is still here, but with a slight shakeup in partners. Grubhub, Cheesecake Factory, Goldbelly, and Wine.com, they're all still partners, they're all still there. But joining them is Five Guys, which is taking the place of Shake Shack, and Milk Bar's not there anymore either. Now, Five Guys has more locations across America than Shake Shack does, so from that perspective, it's an improvement. But I really like the shakes from Shake Shack, especially the Christmas cookie shake that comes out around the holidays. Oh well. But the fries are really good at Five Guys, unless you're allergic to peanuts, because they use peanut oil. Of course, Grubhub is probably the easiest way to make use of this $10 monthly credit, but watch out for elevated prices. Some restaurants charge more for their dishes through Grubhub than when you're there in person. And to get the most value out of either Grubhub or Uber Eats, consider picking up your order and not getting hit with the delivery charge. So there you have $240 of possible credits. But you have to grab them each month, $10 at a time. There are 2 new credits as well. A $100 Resi credit and a credit of $84 to Dunkin'. The Dunkin' credit still gets me. It makes me laugh all the time. I just don't see the alignment between Amex and Dunkin'. Amex is a luxury brand, where Dunkin' is more average Joe. But this is definitely a win for Dunkin'. The Dunkin' credit is another monthly credit that you either use or lose. It's for $7 a month, an odd amount, but it is enough for a coffee and a donut. And at first, I thought this credit would be accessible for everyone. I mean, I can run a 6-mile loop from my house and pass 2 Dunkins. I didn't realize that there were Dunkin' deserts across the country. If there isn't a Dunkin' near you, where'd you get your donuts from? Krispy Kremes? Or mom and pop stores? Let me know in the comments below. Lastly, We have the Resi credit. This is for $50 once every 6 months, so $100 annually, at a restaurant that is part of the Resi network. If you go to resi.com, you can search for Resi restaurants near you. The more urban your area is, the more choices you'll have. Fort Lauderdale has more than a dozen options in the popular area of Los Olas by the beach. But if you leave that part of town, there's only like 2 more. And Pompano Beach only has 2, period. Miami, they've got 20 in the downtown area and by the beaches, but only 3 out of the burbs. And also know that these tend to be nicer, more expensive restaurants. The $50 credit is not going to cover a meal for 2. Altogether, these credits add up to $424. If you can use them all, or even most of them, then this card is a card to hold on to. But this is where Amex loses a bunch of people, and why there are so many videos with people claiming they're going to cancel their gold card. The credits sound nice, but then they sit there unused, or it becomes a lot of work to make sure you do use them. Or you spend outside of your normal habits, and then you're not saving money after all. Hey, this is who American Express is. They've shown us time after time. You can't get mad at a shark for being a shark or a tiger for being a tiger. Don't get mad at Amex for being Amex. These big changes to the American Express Gold Card don't matter. It's a machine. All it does is earn points. The annual fee has gone up, but the possible credits have gone up even more. If the Gold Card was for you before, it still is. And if it wasn't, well, it still isn't. Because the changes don't matter. With the refresh, though, also came a new sign-up bonus, and the sign-up bonus always matters. The public offer is for 60,000 MR points after spending $6,000 in 6 months. But it also has, of course, a statement credit tacked on. Until November 6th, the offer also includes up to 20% back on dining during your first 6 months, up to $100. If you don't like math, that means you get $100 back when you spend $500 at restaurants. But don't apply for that offer. Another thing Amex is known for is having multiple sign-up bonuses available at the same time. If you go to resi.com to check on restaurants in your area, then you might see a different offer. Through the Resi site, you can get an offer for 75,000 points plus 20% back on restaurants up to $250 for the same spending requirements. That's a much better offer. And there are other offers out there too. When I open up an incognito window in Chrome, I've seen offers for 90,000 points with the $100 statement credit, and I've also seen 100,000 points with the same credit. So don't settle for the regular public welcome offer. And don't settle for being uninformed about the best ways to use your credit cards to travel farther for less. Consider subscribing to the channel so you can stay informed and make sure that your credit cards are working for you. And if you stuck around this long, click on the like button too. Those 2 little clicks make this channel grow and keep us going. And thank you to everyone who's already done so. I always thought that I'd get the gold card one day, when the time was right, when I was approaching my end game and not caring about things like 524, when the sub was too sweet to refuse. And that sign-up offer for 100,000 points plus $100 back was too much for me. I was weak, I strained for my well-thought-out plan, and it's okay. I leave room for change in my plans because things happen and opportunities arise. Turns out, I'm in pop-up jail. Nicole is too. Amex is going to be Amex.